Alvaro Mendez!
That's it, guys. Alvaro, let's go. Give it to you. I like my walk-up song. Makes me feel like I'm about to tear shit up. Good, how you guys doing? You guys doing good? Yeah. Hell yeah, it's nice to be here. I can tell this is a fancy place. The wine glasses, they're very thin. You know, I don't know, I saw them, I was like, I can't afford it. You know, happy to be here. I'll tell you guys a little bit about myself. I got some like weird friends. You guys got weird friends? Yeah, they're asking weird. Oh yeah? But yet somehow still together, sipping expensive Pinot Grigio. Yeah. My weird friends are, I don't know, they're just asking like weird questions. I don't know, I think we're just like, I don't know, like 7 in the morning, you know, my friend goes, hey Alvaro, have you ever told your mom to go fuck herself? I was like, I've never told my mom to go fuck herself, but I have told her that I was fed up with her antics. Which feels equivalent with like a Spanish woman. You know what I mean? Don't ever tell an angry Spanish woman that you're getting tired of her shenanigans. You know, or that your patience grows weary in the presence of her debauchery. You know, that sucks, man. You'll be on dishwasher duty if you do that one, I promise you. She's got like a lot of, something about Spanish people, man. I think it's because Spain used to be like such a powerful country, and now they're just kind of average, but they kept the pride. It's ridiculous. I don't know, she brags about it like they're just like the most dominant force in the world. You know, she's like, Alvaro, I don't know if you know this, but Spain actually invented the mop. I'm like, that's it? She's like, no, they also invented the broom. I'm like, Mom, I gotta be honest, I'm getting kind of tired of your shenanigans right now. You know what I mean? I don't know. My mom is Spanish, and my dad is old. I know our host was talking about dads earlier. This would be a dad-themed show for you guys. My dad, he's 83 years old. Wait, no, I'm 26. Mexicans, wow, those guys are fuckers, man. He had me when he was 57. He was still getting it down. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's having a dad that old is kind of sucks. You know, it's like I feel like society just like determines for you. They're like, yeah, you're in charge now. You know what I mean? You like go into a store and like everyone just like stops and turns to you. They're like, are you gonna be in charge of that liability over there? You know, like my dad put a drink on the counter, and the cashier looked at me for approval. You know, he's like, is he allowed to be having peppermint schnapps? You know, it's ridiculous, man. But that's what happens. You kind of just like lose your independence, man. He's like kind of like losing his memory and shit. You know. I've noticed that when you have to like repeat yourself, holy shit, do you start to process the things that are happening to you? You know what I mean? Like I bought a van recently, and I called him and I was like, Dad, I only paid $11,000 for it. He's like, whoa, how much did it cost? I was like, 11,000. He's like, that sounds kind of expensive. How much did you pay for it? I was like, 9,000. You know, because you can lie when you got the short-term memory thing going. You know, I told him 9,000. He's like, you got ripped off. How much did they want for it? I said 8,000. He said, you got ripped off. I'm like, shit, I think I got ripped off. What the fuck? I got screwed. They stole my money. Eventually, you just start lowering the price to just like an unreasonable amount. He's like, how much do they want? I'm like, 300. He's like, that's okay, I guess. I'm like, fuck, they stole all my money. You know? He's getting to that point. Sorry I'm talking so much about my dad. I hope that's chill with you guys. He's in a nursing home. Nursing homes are chill. Yeah, I like it. I like going to the nursing home. You know, when I visit, usually I'm the hottest one there. I am, man, dude. I gotta be honest, it's nice to be like the most desired thing in a building. Just to look at a concrete building, you're like, I am the best thing here. You know? Some hot lady's like, oh, he's cute. I'm like, you're goddamn right, Ethel, I'm gorgeous. You know, I say usually until Isaac makes an appearance. That's a hot piece of 97-year-old ass right there. Yeah, I turned out okay though. You know, that kind of weird mix-up. Spanish guy, Spanish woman, old man. I'm normal. I don't know if you believe me, but I wrestle. That's a normal thing. I wrestle, but I'm not in high school. Yeah, I'm an assistant wrestling coach for like a high school team, which is not my first choice, by the way. I just really liked wrestling when I was younger, and then I got older, and I realized that there just like aren't places where you could just go and wrestle. Like, there's no pickup wrestling. Like, you can't just show up at a court and start grabbing people. You know, some guy's like, you want next game? I'm like, I would love next game. He's like, basketball? I'm like, no, I want your leg. You know? But I like it. I don't know. I like beating up 14-year-olds. You know? I know, it's aggressive, huh? Yeah. I don't know, I wasn't very good at wrestling in high school. So, but I am now, so that's all that matters, I think. You know? Sometimes I'll hit them with a single leg move every single time. They're always like, there was a coach, how did you get into my house at 3 in the morning? I'm like, you need to be working on your technique, son. I'll lead off with this. I guess I should have done this in the beginning of this, but I'll do it quick. The age difference between my parents is 25 years. And people will be like, you kind of have to like, you know how like people are like, oh, can you believe that old man slept with that young lady? How fucked up is that? And I gotta pretend like that isn't my reality. I'm like, yeah man, who would ever do that shit? That's fucking weird. All right, have a good night, man. This is gonna be a good time. We're gonna go some wine glasses. We're gonna put the lights on there. We're good, all right?
Give it up, everybody. I'll borrow